energizing your soul through the inspired Word of God. This is your daily devotional reading.
Maranatha, the Lord is coming. A devotional by Ellen White. October 16th. The nature of the final battle. Watch ye saints with eyelids waking, lo, the powers of heaven are shaking. Keep your lamps all trimmed and burning, ready for your Lord's returning. Lo, he comes, lo, Jesus comes. Lo, he comes all glorious. Jesus comes to reign victorious. Lo, he comes. Yes, Jesus comes. The nature of the final battle. The Lord hath opened his armory, and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 25. At his own will, God summons the forces of nature to overthrow the might of his enemies. Fire and hail, snow and vapors, stormy wind, fulfilling his word. Psalm 148, verse 8. When the heathen Amorites had set themselves to resist his purposes, God interposed, casting down great stones from heaven upon the enemies of Israel. We are told of a greater battle to take place in the closing scenes of earth's history, when Jehovah hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 25. Hast thou, he inquires, entered into the treasures of the snow? Or hast thou seen the treasures of the hail, which I have reserved against the time of trouble, against the day of battle and war? Job chapter 38, verse 22 and 23. The Revelator describes the destruction that is to take place when the great voice out of the temple of heaven announces, "It is done." He says, "There fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent." Revelation chapter 16, verses 17 and 21. In the last scenes of this earth's history, war will rage. The powers of evil will not yield up the conflict without a struggle, but providence has a part to act in the battle of Armageddon. The captain of the Lord's host will stand at the head of the angels of heaven to direct the battle. He on whose vesture is written the name, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, leads forth the armies of heaven on white horses, clothed in fine linen, clean and white. When he shall come to the earth again, he will shake not the earth only, but also heaven. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage. The heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. The elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. But the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 26. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 20. Isaiah chapter 34, verses 4. 2 Peter chapter 3, verses 10, and Joel chapter 3, verse 16. Maranatha, the Lord is coming.
I encourage you to be ye doers of the word and not hearers only. Thank you for listening, and be sure to join us tomorrow for your daily devotional reading.